on, let's go outside. Let's take a walk in the sun. There are things to learn and things to see. A big wide world for you, your dog, and me. Dog Talk. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Dog Talk. I'm Pat Becker, and our show today begins with Sheriff Jim Bauman. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic today.
And you've met my co-host, Ted.
I sure have.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were talking earlier about law enforcement, and that's one job that doesn't end, does it?
No, it doesn't.
I mean, you could get a call in the middle of the night. A call,
Right now.
Right now.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. But that is so true. And you've been at it for how long?
36 years.
36 years.
Yes.
And your actually position is coming up for re-election
It
pretty
is.
soon.
We're up for re-election in June 28th.
Well, please, for goodness sakes, folks, Jim Bowman's the man.
Thank you.
And I know because I do my research before I have people on that are running for any kind of office. Mm-hmm. And everybody loves you, Jim.
Well,
everybody has respect for what you do. And of course, our interest when I called you was because you have multiple of dogs that do the drug thing.
We have 4 dogs that are 4 canines, and they do a multiple of things from searching, drugs, apprehension, tracking people, the whole gamut.
Yeah, and this is what was so unusual for me because one of your dogs, actually, Ted had interviewed
Lex.
Had interviewed Lex, you know, when Doyle was on, and Doyle was going to be on today and couldn't be on, bless his heart, but we are thinking about him and his wonderful dog Lex. And Lex is actually on a video that we came to Guthrie to make. We wanted a demo because we'd heard so much about you, we'd heard so much about your organization, your ability to run the organization, and the facility with these 4 dogs. So, you know, it is amazing to me how a place like Guthrie, which is out and away from the larger municipalities, would need this kind of thing. But of course, in retrospect, I got to thinking about it and thought, you know, every place needs these, every area, because it is, the drug thing is getting worse, you know, and we need to stay on top of it.
Yes, ma'am, and we're just north of the metro from Oklahoma City, so we get a lot of the overflow from Oklahoma City up to the North County, mm-hmm. and the dogs help us to take care of the crime.
Take care of it, exactly. Well, we, as I say, we got this video, and I would love for you to see it.
Sure, I would greatly.
Let's run it.
What an exciting day. We're here in Guthrie, Oklahoma, and I have heard that there are not 3 but 4 great drug dogs up here. Sheriff Bauman, is that right?
That is true. We have 4 of them.
That is extraordinary because I did my research, and of all of the areas, the municipalities, the communities, you guys really have it made.
We've been very blessed to have 4 dogs and all be donated to us, and highly trained, highly qualified dogs.
And they are beautiful dogs. So let me ask you, is there a need that much for these many dogs here?
Well, there's not so much as it's a need, it's a prevention.
Uh-huh.
We use these dogs for county dogs. They're in the county, they answer calls, they take they're not just assigned to canines, they answer regular calls.
Uh-huh.
So they might end up tracking, they might end up doing drugs, they might end up saving a life, finding a kid, so they're used for multiple purposes.
Exactly. So you talked about a certification. So how are these dogs certified then? There is a local certification?
Yes, it's a state certification. It's through CLEAT, which is Council of Law Enforcement Education and Training. The dogs are certified through them. They have a certification just like we do. We go through CLEAT, we get a certification for the training that they teach us. The dogs have a certification too, and it shows that they've met a certain amount of training to be able to be a police dog and to be qualified.
Uh-huh. So does this certification, do you redo it every year or every so often?
Yes, they recertify every year.
Uh-huh. So you have chosen, when you had your dogs, the German Shepherds of this type. And from where did your Shepherds come?
Our Shepherds come from Czechoslovakia, and then Doyle's comes from the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And the fourth dog
It comes from Czechoslovakia.
from
also.
Czechoslovakia. So these dogs are not inexpensive.
No, they're somewhere around $10,000 per dog, not counting the training that goes with it.
So what makes them so expensive?
The breed, where they come from, the caliber of dog that they are, and the caliber of training that they have.
And you had also mentioned the thing that you love about them and about this DNA and about this breeding is that they are also social.
Yes, every one of my dogs are very sociable. We take them to the schools. They go into classrooms with the kids. Sergeant Dave's, he does a lot of school stuff. He takes his dog into the classroom. The kids pet him, get around all over him, and he's just very sociable. But when it's time to go to work, then he's a canine. He goes to work and does his job.
And you, as we were talking earlier, you attributed that to them being a German Shepherd.
Yes, the German Shepherd is a good breed. My daughter has a German Shepherd. It's just, I believe in their breed.
They're just smart.
They're smart, very smart.
No doubt about it, and they do qualify so well for this. And you know, you have to remember, when they were conceived, when this breed was conceived, it was their responsibility to take a herd of sheep or goats down a road and keep them out of the highway. There were no fences, there were nothing like that in Europe, and they worked very well during the war. You know, it's just incredible, the intelligence of these dogs. You know, we are so impressed with them. So let me ask you, can we get some kind of a demonstration from these guys? you
We
think?
sure can. A lot of times they get out of their car and they go to a traffic stop, but they have a little button they can push and the dog can come out of the car. If the guy attacks them on the traffic stop, the dog will come out as a backup and come and defend them. Or if they're chasing someone and they say, go get him, then he will go get them and stop them, and then they will come and retrieve the guy.
And it's what you call taking them down.
Taking them down. Okay, so we're going to check for drugs on this car. Tell me what you do, how you start.
We're going to do a complete go around the vehicle 2 times, and the dog will indicate by putting his paw up. If he doesn't smell anything, he'll keep moving. Good boy. Good boy. Good dog. Good boy.
So he alerted on the drugs.
Right.
So now you'll check it to see what it is.
Right. From here, we'll put the dog up and we'll search the vehicle. I got a confirmed hit on the rear of the vehicle for the presence of narcotics.
Okay, so this is the box we got from DEA with the narcotics in it. Can you explain it to me?
Okay, so there's 4 different kinds of narcotics in here. They're 28 grams a piece. There's marijuana, cocaine, methamphetamine, and heroin. And these are the training aids that we use to train our dogs. All right, so inside each one of these Pelican cases is a 28-gram scent box, we call it. It's a metal scent box. It's got a magnet on the back. We can use that to put in anywhere, on any surface, under a car. There's also a smaller amount. There's 2 grams in each one of these pouches of the same narcotic.
Okay.
And that's what's in each one of these boxes.
And that's marijuana. And then there's cocaine, methamphetamine, and heroin. The 4, any kind of drugs that we're going to come in contact, it would be any one of these 4. So our dogs would be able to smell and detect it and
Right.
find it.
These are the most common narcotics that we find in our county.
Sheriff Bauman, this has been a wonderful experience for us. We've learned so much about you, but the community, all of your dogs. What a treat. I mean, it's just a joy to see all of these animals functioning as they do, protecting your community. It's outstanding.
Yes, it is. Now we have a dog that is 24/7, whether it's for us, for another county, another city, or whoever needs it.
Yeah,
we have
so
it.
Obviously your community must feel so protected. And as I had told Doyle, I think I'm coming to this park because I feel really safe in it.
Yes, it's very safe today.
Well, we thank you so much, and we wish you luck with your re-election here.
Thank you very much.
We're going to vote for you.
Thank you.
Indeed, what great dogs. Ted, was that impressive?
That
or
was
what?
very impressive, especially the demonstration kind of scared me a little bit because, I mean, that guy's in a lot of armor. And
well, you can imagine if it for real, a person's going to be frightened, they're going to go down.
They're going to go down.
For sure. And we are, as I say, we feel so confident you have done a fantastic job,
great.
and we wish you well. And as I say, we're all voting for you. So we thank you again so much for coming by.
Thank you very much.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, the Oklahoma City Kennel Club is here.
One Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. One Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
So recently, I was down at the main fire chief's area, and Maggie Shirk was there, and she and I distributed some resuscitators for the firemen, and this was kind of a big deal. And so I said, Maggie, it's been a long time since I've had AKC on. The Kennel Club that is here is so important and does so much, so why don't you come on and we'll talk about it. So I'm glad to see you.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
And Paula Tiller, how are you?
Thank you.
Now,
I'm
what
very
is
good.
your position with the Oklahoma City Club?
I'm just a member, a hardworking member, and this year I'll be in charge of some special attractions that we're having.
That's excellent. So, Maggie, what I'd like to talk about, basically, I don't think people understand how much money that the Oklahoma City Kennel Club brings in every year with the events that they have. There are thousands of dogs that come in. There are so many people who participate, and of course that helps our economy, doesn't it?
Correct, yes. With every dog you get around 3 to 4 people coming on an average. But AKC has some statistics that says that a 2-day dog show will bring in $1.7 million to the economy. Well, the Oklahoma Classic Dog Show that we hold the end of June, 1st of July, is a 5-day show.
Wow.
So you can imagine how many dollars we do dump into the economy. People stay in the hotel rooms, they go out to celebrate their wins.
The restaurants, everything.
Right,
you know.
restaurants, they have to eat while they're here. A lot of them love to shop while they're here.
That's a bonus for them.
They love our downtown area.
Oh yeah, you know, and I think everyone is very appreciative. Not all people realize that, but everyone loves dogs. The people who participate, who go down there and watch these shows, you know, there's so many of them. So I want to talk too. Now, you had some events coming up, did you say now?
Yes, I do. I have quite a bit of information to share with you today. You want me to go ahead?
Sure.
Okay. Well, our club, the Oklahoma City Kennel Club, along with the Lawton Dog Fanciers Association and the Mid-Dell Tinker Club, is hosting 5 days of dog shows at the Cox Center this summer. The dates are June 29th through July 3rd. Over 2,000 top dogs from all over the country and their handlers will compete in the show, and every day they'll award a new Best in Show winner.
Oh, that is
very
so
exciting.
And I know that you called and asked me to help judge an event. Which one was that?
I am. This is on Saturday, July 2nd. We're having a very special attraction, and it's a kids show. This will be for beginners 10 years and under. We'll be using stuffed dogs with show leads, which the club will provide, and we'll be inside the ring with the kids showing them just what to do.
I love it. I love it. I might add that I, as a matter of fact, was a junior handler. And I had a little Cocker Spaniel that I absolutely thought was the most gorgeous dog in the whole world. Sometimes we'd win, sometimes we didn't. But it was a wonderful experience. You know, dog shows and handlers, you know, for a child, it gives you confidence. You know what I'm saying? And it enables you to keep going, and it enhances your love for animals and for dogs, and boy, I am for that.
It's a great way to get started.
It is a great way.
The kids show will bring lots of excitement, and it's a great way to spend the day with your family.
It really, really, really is, and we highly recommend it, folks. So, Maggie, tell me about BART. I've heard so much about this. What is BART?
Oh, BART is a wonderful organization. BART is Basic Animal Rescue Training. It was started in Minnesota by a canine cardiologist whose husband is a firefighter. And they had a fire, and the call went out, and one of the firefighters on duty realized that it was his home.
Wow.
And he called them and said, I don't care what happens to my home or my belongings, but please get my dog out, rescue my dog.
Most people will say that.
Correct. When they got there, the dog was in the basement. Of course, Minnesota, they have basements. He was at the vent from the dryer, trying to get fresh air to himself. He was unconscious. They got him out, and unfortunately, he did not make it. His name was Bart.
So that's where it starts.
I never knew that.
Yeah, so actually our contribution really kind of was around this kind of thing.
Exactly.
So when they come to BART, they learn how to, how to find them, how to train the people to do it?
We do firefighters, first responders. When they come to BART, they learn how to safely get an animal out of a fire, out of an accident. They respond to, overturned trucks, that the truck driver may have a dog traveling with him. They respond how to get the dog out, how to evaluate him, because a lot of times, as you well know, being a dog owner, the outside of the dog may look fine, but he has internal injuries that need to be taken care of. So we train them how to do that. But one of the best examples I can give you of the first responder being able to do this is, say you have a lady laying on her couch and she's having a heart attack. She's called 911. Firefighters are the first ones there, but her boxer's in the door and says, you're not going to come into my owner because I'm protecting her.
Good point.
So we train them how to safely get past the dog, keep the dog gentle and nice and not aggressive, but get to the owner.
There are so many issues like this, and I think that is so worthy. And the next time you have one of these guys in town, will you let us know?
We sure will.
And we'll be out there.
We sure will.
Ladies, thank you so much for the information. The American Kennel Club is wonderful, and the Oklahoma City Kennel Club, we are so proud of you guys and what you do. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Julie Bank is here.
One Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. One Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
So, Julie, I am so glad that you dropped by. And you too, Stefan, how are you?
Good.
Excellent. Well, we went over to visit your mom and talked with her, and then we talked with you, and it turned out so well, I thought you might like to see it today. And your wonderful little dog. Would you like to?
We can't wait. We're excited.
All right, I'll show you this. Today I am continuing my project with interviewing all of the administrators of the large organizations which are pet-oriented in our state. And today we're going to talk with Julie Bank. How are you?
Hi, welcome to our house.
Thank you so very much. So you are then administrator of the Oklahoma City Animal Shelter. And it's been a couple years now?
Yeah, it's almost 2 years, and it's been a wonderful, incredible 2 years. Everybody has been welcoming, and I'm so impressed with the community and what everybody is doing to make a difference in the lives of animals. And most importantly, I couldn't have asked for a better team of people within Oklahoma City Animal Welfare who works really hard every day to save lives. And it's really been neat to be kind of part of their team.
But at your particular place, there are all kinds of animals. How did they wind up in a shelter like that?
Well, we take in over 24,000 animals, and as you said, it's dogs, cats, but also a lot of other type of animals. 13% of our population is not a dog or a cat.
13%.
13%.
That is remarkable.
And that includes about 4,000 wild animals a year, horses, pigs, llamas. We've had reptiles there. We've had monkeys. You just never know what's going to come in the door. And we are prepared to handle most of those animals. And if not, we have partners that work with us.
And it does take that kind of coalition in order to get the job done, so to speak. And what you have been accomplishing in these last 2 years is bringing everything together.
Well, you know, I see my job as the person who really provides resources to my team so that they can do what they do well.
And do you think that your ability to bring all this together stems from the fact that you actually were in a huge town doing really big things before you came here?
Well, you know, I've worked in animal welfare for almost 30 years. And I've worked in a couple of different animal organizations. But to be honest, all the issues are the same. Whether it's small or large, we're still dealing with animals and their needs. We're still dealing with community members who need support. We're still dealing with animal control issues in the community and public safety. So it doesn't really matter the size of the place that you're at. What matters is the issues. And the great thing is that there is a whole national world out there of resources of other animal organizations that we can kind of look to for support as well. And we take all that information and bring it back to Oklahoma City. It is about the individual animals, but even just as important is the relationship between people and animals. Because for me, I don't always see an animal organization as just about animals. My population is really both the person and the animal, and we either have a strong relationship between people and animals, or we have a broken relationship. So with strong things, we see things like animal adoptions, or animals incorporated into therapy work, or animals used as part of law enforcement, or any of these amazing things. But then on the broken side, we have homelessness, overpopulation, we have animal cruelty situations, and that's all about relationships. That's about the people, the two-legged and the four-legged.
Yes.
And then our job really here is to try to see what we can do so it's more positive than negative. Well, the animals don't come into our shelter without somebody being attached to them at one point or another. So our job is to try to find out how they got to where they were, but more importantly, put them in an environment where that's never going to happen again. And that's what our entire adoption program is about. It's about trying to make good matches and make sure that people and animals can stay together for a long time, and to also provide services and programs to people to help them be more responsible, whether through education or providing no-cost spay neuter to individuals, or our food bank program that we have, or our community cat program. Whatever it is that we can do to keep those animals in homes, that's going to help our job immensely, because that means animals aren't going to come in my building.
You know, you just have everything that we need to make this particular shelter something great, something that it should be.
Thank you, and I think it's something that it is.
I think you're right, and you have a great deal to do with that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So I understand that you have a precious, precious son named Stefan.
I do. So Stefan is 7, and
Yes.
he is all about nature.
And I saw that he was upstairs. I'm going to go upstairs and say hi. Can I do that?
Please do.
Okay. So, Stefan, your mom sent me up here. She said you had a great room, and by golly, she's right.
Thank you.
So what do we have here?
These are my pet hamsters, Fitzy on the wheel and Twitsy down there.
Wow, Fitzy and Twitsy. So Fitzy's the one that is doing all the activity there?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I love all these animals. They're just so great.
Yeah.
I understand there are a lot of them down at the shelter.
Oh, yeah.
You ever go down there?
Yep, I do, a lot.
Could we maybe come by tomorrow and you give me a tour?
Sure.
That would be great. So, Stefan, tell me, this is the kind of the first place we come, right? And what
That's
is
right.
this?
So this is the front desk where you turn in your animal and then they take it to that room.
Oh, the little holding area?
Yeah, you're right. And then they put your animal in a like a kennel, in a cage, and then they take a picture of it.
Wow. And then these ladies here get all the information?
Yes, they answer questions.
And I understand too that you can actually go online and see some of the pets that are there. I mean,
right,
just
too.
like on
Yep.
your mommy's TV show, she shows some of them. So
So we're gonna see the cats over here.
Okay, let's do that. Wow, so is this the kitty room?
Yep.
And what happens in here?
People come in here to like come and look at them if they want to adopt them.
There are so many cats that need adoptions, aren't there? Just as many as dogs. So what do we have next?
So now we're gonna go to the dogs.
Oh, go see the dogs. I'm for that.
So the dogs at the animal shelter are really friendly. They want to be adopted really badly. They're looking for a good home, and I was thinking of telling you what they need.
Okay, what do they need?
They need food, water, a leash, a tag, shots, and that's it.
Yeah, what are we going to see next?
So I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Banu.
Dr. Banu, okay. So Dr. Banu, what is it that you do here?
Mostly spay neuters. You know, all of our adoption animals are already altered, so we do their spay and neuter. And also during the day, our officers are bringing animals with injury, illness, so we check them, make sure, you know, whatever medication they need and things like that.
Oh, well, God bless you. I know it's must be quite an experience working in here.
It is. Every day is different.
How many spays and neuters do you do here, like say in a week or so?
Average is 20 per day.
20 per day.
20 per day.
Wow, Stefan, that's a lot. It sure is. Well, we thank you so much for giving us that information. And this is called the clinic?
The clinic.
Okay. So what are we going to see now?
Now we're going to see the horses.
The horses. Okay. So this is one of the horses up for adoption. Look at that.
Yep, that's right.
What a sweet boy. What a sweet boy.
His name
Are
is
you
Charlie.
good? His name is Charlie. I like Charlie. Well, let's go tell Mommy what we've seen. I'm excited to talk with her about it. Bye, Charlie.
Bye, Charlie.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you so much for sharing your son with us. The tour was just wonderful. He did such a fantastic job. You take care, and thanks again for the tour. Can I get a hug? All right. You were such a star. Was that fun?
Yes, it was.
And we had so much fun with you doing it and experiencing it. Julie, thank you so very much for allowing us to come into your home and get this interview and then go with Stefan. It was quite an experience, and folks, I would recommend it. If you really want to see a well-organized area and facility for animals like this, go and visit the shelter. See everything that's happening, and you might contribute while you're there too. That would be nice. Julie, thanks again.
Thank you very much.
Take care, my dear. Keep us updated, okay? And we might come back when there are a lot of other dogs. Would that be okay?
Yes.
And you'll give us a tour? That's good enough for me. Folks, you take care. We will see you later. Thanks again, Steph.
We're talking about dogs. Talking about big dogs, talking about little dogs, oh yeah. Chasing the ball, chasing the cat, digging holes, thing like that. Dogs, talking about dogs. Laughing dogs, sad dogs, happy dogs, mad dogs, dogs. Just talking about dogs. Lost and alone, running the street, checking the garbage, looking to eat. Out there sad and on their own, the law will get them if they got no home. Dogs, talking about